2,000 years ago, a man sat in chains. He owned nothing. He controlled nothing, not his body, not his freedom, not his future. He was a slave, and yet he became one of the most mentally free human beings who ever lived. His name was Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on the planet, the emperor of the entire Roman Empire. He read Epictetus every single morning. So here is the question I want you to sit with. If a man in chains could master his mind, what is your excuse? Today, we are breaking down 7 Stoic rules, not as ancient philosophy, but as a practical operating system for your life, right now. These are not motivational quotes. These are weapons. Let's get into it. Welcome to the inner edge, where we cut through the noise and get to what actually builds a stronger mind. If you are new here, this channel is for people who are tired of surface-level advice. No fluff, no toxic positivity, just real frameworks that the most disciplined people in history used to win. By the end of this video, you will have 7 rules that you can apply today, not someday, not when you feel ready. Today. Let's go. Rule number 1. Stop fighting reality. The Stoics called it the dichotomy of control, and it might be the most important mental model you will ever learn. Here is the idea. There are 2 categories of things in your life. Things inside your control, your effort, your attitude, your choices, your response, and things outside your control, other people, outcomes, the economy, what happened to you in the past. Most people spend 80% of their mental energy on the second category, and then they wonder why they feel anxious, exhausted, and stuck. Epictetus said it plainly. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. That is it. That is the whole game. Every morning, before you open your phone, ask yourself one question. What can I actually control today? Write it down, work that list. Ignore everything else. Energy is your most valuable resource. Stop leaking it. Rule number 2. Remember that you will die. I know. Dark, stay with me. The Stoics practice something called Memento Mori, Latin for remember death, not as a morbid obsession, but as a clarity tool. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you truly internalize that your time here is limited, not as a concept, but as a felt reality, your priorities shift. Immediately, you stop wasting Sunday afternoons on things that do not matter. You stop postponing the conversation, the project, the change you know you need to make. Here is a simple practice. Once a week, write down one thing you have been putting off. Then ask yourself, if I had 1 year left, would I still be waiting on this? Death is not the enemy. Wasting your life, waiting to live, that is the enemy. Rule number 3. Don't just accept hardship. Love it. Amor Fati, love of fate. This is where Stoicism goes from philosophy to superpower. Most people tolerate their problems. They survive hard seasons. They white-knuckle through difficulty and wait for it to be over. The Stoics went further. They trained themselves to see every obstacle as exactly what they needed. Nietzsche, who was deeply influenced by Stoic thought, said this: "My formula for greatness is Amor Fati. That one wants nothing to be different. Not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. This does not mean pretending everything is fine. It means choosing to use everything as fuel. Lost your job? Good. Now you are forced to build something better. Relationship ended? Good. Now you know what you actually need. Failed publicly? Good. Now you have data. The question is not, why is this happening to me? The Stoic question is, how kyosh can I use this? Rule number 4 is zoom out. When Marcus Aurelius was dealing with war, plague, political betrayal, things that would break most people, he had a practice he called the view from above. He would mentally zoom out from his problem, first to his city, then to his empire, then to the planet, then to the cosmos. The argument was simple, against the backdrop of eternity. How significant is this problem? Modern psychology actually backs this up. It is called self-distancing, and studies show that zooming out from a stressful situation dramatically reduces anxiety and improves decision-making. Next time you are spinning out about something, a mistake, an embarrassing moment, a conflict, try this. Describe the situation in the third person. He made a mistake at work today. See how quickly it shrinks. You are not your problems. You are the observer of them. Rule number 5. Choose hard. On purpose. The Stoics practiced what they called voluntary discomfort, deliberately putting themselves in uncomfortable situations when life was good. Seneca would spend days eating only bread and water, not because he had to, but to prove to himself that he could. Why? Because when you voluntarily choose discomfort, 2 things happen. First, you build the muscle of discipline. So when life forces discomfort on you, you are ready. Second, you stop fearing loss. If you have already sat with hunger, cold, boredom, and uncertainty on purpose, what can the world take from you that you have not already faced? This is why cold showers, hard workouts, fasting, and doing the thing you are avoiding, these are not just wellness trends. They are ancient technology. Start small. Do one uncomfortable thing every day. Deliberately, on purpose. Then watch how much stronger you feel walking into the rest of your day. Comfort is a cage that looks like a couch. Rule number 6. Guard your attention, like your life, because it is your life. Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Here is what the Stoics understood. The Silicon Valley is making billions exploiting. Wherever your attention goes, your life follows. Not your money, not your time, your attention. You can have 24 hours in a day and spend it all reacting to notifications, to drama, to other people's emergencies, to algorithmically engineered outrage. Or you can protect your attention like the most valuable resource you own, because it is. Practical application. Every morning, before you look at any screen, spend 10 minutes in silence. Decide what you want to give your attention to that day. Not what the world wants from you, what you, Stipa, have chosen. The person who controls their attention controls their destiny. Right now, most of us have outsourced that control to our phones. Take it back. Rule number 7. Win on the inside first. For the Stoics, there was only one true measure of a good life. Virtue. Not wealth, not status. Not how many people liked your posts. Virtue meant living in alignment with your highest values, meant being honest, the being disciplined, being fair, the being courageous. Marcus Aurelius had everything: power, money, fame, and he wrote constantly about how none of it mattered if he was not being the person he was supposed to be. Here is the modern translation: how you do anything is how you do everything. Are you honest when no one is watching? Are you consistent when no one is checking? Do you do the work when results are slow? That internal scorecard, the one only you can see, is the only one that actually matters, because external wins, built on an unstable character, always collapse. But the person who builds from the inside out, that is unshakable. So let us bring it home 7 rules from people who lived 2,000 years ago and somehow knew more about building a strong mind than most modern self-help books combined. Let me run them back fast. Rule 1. Control the controllable. Stop leaking energy on what you cannot change. Rule 2. Memento Mori. Let the reality of death sharpen how you live today. Rule 3. Amor, Fati. Don't just survive hard things. Use them. Rule 4. Zoom out. Your problems are smaller than they feel right now. Rule 5. Choose discomfort. Build the muscle before life forces you to use it. Rule 6. Guard your attention. It is your most valuable resource. Rule 7. Win on the inside first. Virtue over performance. Always pick one, just one, and apply it this week. Not all 7. 1. Because Stoicism is not something you study. It is something you practice. If this hit different for you, subscribe to The Inner Edge. Every week, we go deep on the frameworks, mindsets, and habits